Hello, all you beautiful people out there. I am Mrs. Realistic. Welcome back to the channel. Tom MacDonald and Ben Shapiro. Could there be a crazier collaboration than this? I don't know. I will say, first of all, that facts don't care about your feelings, and we know that that is probably Ben's most famous line. I don't care if I offend you. I don't know if you should care if you offend people. Even if you care that you might offend people, there's always going to be somebody that's offended, no matter what you do. There are many people who don't know what it was like before the internet, social media, YouTube. And when you were an artist, a singer, a songwriter, you didn't know if people hated you or not. There were no comments online to read about. So I think it was probably a lot less stressful for any entertainer, I think, in general. Now we get to hear what people think about every single thing that we do, myself included. I get the most bizarre, hateful comments from people who know absolutely nothing about me. If I have offended you, it sounds like a you problem. I didn't make you be offended, right? I can't care. Because if I cared about every single person that I offended, my life would be miserable. Now, do you guys remember when Ben Shapiro went through the lyrics of Cardi B's WAP? I recently heard a remix that somebody had put the music over him reading the lyrics, and it was hilarious. I also heard that there are a lot of people who are really pissed off that Tom is working with Ben. Once again, before social media and the internet, nobody would have known if anybody was pissed off. But you know what? Tom doesn't care. So I don't know what we're going to get here. I'm a couple days late, as I usually am. On Fridays and the weekends, I don't get to any videos because my husband does his videos and he has 2 channels. So I don't get anything done, unfortunately, on Tom's day. I don't ever get to it right at 9 a.m. when he drops his stuff. Here I am. We're going to check out facts with Tom MacDonald and Ben Shapiro. If you like what I do, please don't forget to like and subscribe, drop a comment down below, click the bell for notifications so that you will always know when another video comes out. And without further babbling from me, let's check it out.
They call me offensive, controversial. There's only 2 genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. Claim that I'm racist, yeah. Right. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to...
Oh, you can't say that, Tom. You can't say anything against that side. But really, if we want to generalize about all white people, then are we allowed to generalize about every other group of people? No, we're not, because we are the bad whitey, and we are oppressing everybody still to this day. So don't talk about it. There's nothing that we can do to remedy the situation, because even if we try to, we're seen as white saviors. Apparently we are worse off now than during Jim Crow. I don't get it. Well, I do get it, because it's how the media and the system keep us warring with each other, right?
Because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. But you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money.
Yes, he is right. And you know what? Even in Canada, where I lived for the majority of my life, they are talking about how the Canadian flag is now shameful as well, because it just stands for colonialism. So any flag, doesn't matter if it's Canada or the US, any country that colonized people of some other color other than white, you're not allowed to be proud of that country anymore. Like if I moved to, say, Mexico, and I put up an American flag, what would happen? But people can come here from another country and put up their country's flag on their house because they're proud of the country in which they were born. I have no problem with that. Be proud of your heritage. Be proud of your culture. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But we always hear that white people don't have culture. German, Irish, Scottish, English. What white are we talking about? Because there are many different cultures among white people. I dare you to go up to a Scottish person and say they have no heritage. Iceland, Norway, Sweden. I mean, there's so many. To lump one tone of people with one skin tone, it's disingenuous. You can't say that about any color of people. Africa is a whole continent, and there are many different traditions. There are many different cultures within that continent. Same thing with South America. I mean, you can't just say that because of a person's skin color, they are X, Y, or Z. But I think that a lack of education in general is the problem here. I think it's really sad that it's come down to something like this when there are so many other important issues in the world today. Our entire identity doesn't need to be based on the color of our skin or our sexuality. I think a lot of it has been exacerbated by the fact that we have the internet now.
They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes.
We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. Yeah, well, I mean, pretty much. You're listening to Tom MacDonald, you're probably not going to grow up thinking that you got to sing about your wet-ass P word. Unfortunately, those kinds of messages are very pervasive. And, I mean, there was some risque stuff out there when I was younger, but now it's just like pure filth.
We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you.
Who ever thought you're going to see Ben Shapiro in a hoodie? We always see him so clean cut with his yarmulke on. Where can we get this merch?
I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot in the streets. You defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. Out by the fence.
You defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. We are seeing this in how many cities? How many cities have gone to complete shite? Nobody is held accountable for anything they do anymore. Oh, they're stealing again. Oh, well, just don't touch them. And if you do touch them, you're going to get fired. Security guards literally try to stop the people from exiting the store, and they end up getting fired. But the people who stole the stuff are never found, or they're never prosecuted, or they're given a fine. And that's that. So they go on to do the same thing over and over and over again. It's absolute lunacy. There has to be some type of law and order in every community. What are you supposed to do if somebody's breaking into your house? Do you just call a social worker? Thankfully, I live in Texas. What would Ben do?
Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and
Get
cars.
out of
You
here.
go into prison. I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a billboard #1.
This ain't rap.
Get out of town. I'm sorry, but that was freaking awesome. This is why I saw a post that said Nicki Minaj was hating on him. And I think in the end there, he said, Nicki, take notes. I think that's where the comment came from. I'm sorry, but I got to go back and listen to this again. Ben's got skills. Where are we here? Ben Shapiro raps. Who would have thunk it?
My comment section all woke Karens. And
Oh.
I make
I got to go back further. Where is it?
Facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm
My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Is that what he said? Oh man, Ben's going hard. And now my keyboard's not working.
Man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my chart.
Don't be a WAP. Is he referring to the wet ass P word?
You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You go into prison, I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And
Yeah,
I
that's
make
for
raps
sure.
off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a billboard #1.
This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes.
Okay.
We ain't selling.
So I saw a post where they were talking about Nicki Minaj and how she is above them, even though this video has gotten more views. I think he said something about it's gotten more comments, and yet she is still above them on the billboard. So yes, that just goes to show you how completely corrupt it all is. And she acted like she didn't know who he was. Please.
Drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just
That was funny how he does a little shrug.
ask myself what would Ben do?
Right there.
Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you. You mad, you mad, you mad.
I'm the man who don't respect you. Yeah, you don't have to respect people. You don't have to respect everything that everybody does. No matter what you feel about Tom MacDonald, people call him a grifter. People say that he's only doing this to become famous. Whether that's the case or not, nothing he's saying is BS. So he makes money off of it. Fantastic. Because it's woken up a lot of people to the corruption, to the BS of the entire system. And it's not just in America, it's worldwide. And I don't know why people think that he's hating on America. He's hating on the system that screws all of us.
Yes, it's cool to be the victim. Well, I'ma be the man. You sad, you sad, you sad. You just try to get attention, being triggered's all you have.
Yep.
You mad, you mad, you mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad, you sad, you sad.
Now, that was the perfect amount of auto-tune. It wasn't overdone. It was just a little in the perfect spot. I loved it. And since my keyboard is acting up, it's hard for me to press play again.
You mad, you mad, you mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can.
Right there,
You sad,
perfect.
You sad, you sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back. I don't care if I offend you.
That is the problem that people in the media, they want apologies from everybody. When Kevin Hart said something 9 years ago and he actually came out and apologized for it, never apologize. If it's something that you actually believe, stick to it. So many people cave because they're afraid of being canceled. So the whole freedom of speech thing, it's technically part of our Constitution, but it doesn't really exist here anymore.
I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real facts. Don't
He stares off like this. What would Ben do? Well, we know Ben takes no prisoners, and you don't go in to an argument with Ben Shapiro. The dude's a genius, whether you agree with him or not. He's a freaking smart guy.
Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you.
Bravo, Nova. Tom's looking good. He's looking sharp. He's looking healthy. Well, I gotta say, that was hilarious and fun and awesome. It's a great song. The only thing remotely close that I've ever heard him do was that Cardi B that was hilarious. In fact, I think that might be this video here. Yes. 5.7 million views because it was hilarious. He is so quick-witted and he's so fast. I wonder, did he write it or did Tom write that for him? Because I could see Ben writing it. I mean, he's certainly a smart enough guy to write something. He has a very odd sense of humor, and I think a lot of times people think he's serious all the time, but I think he's got a great sense of humor. They talked a while back, and Tom was interviewed on Ben's show, and I remember him saying something about, maybe you'll see me rap one day, and Tom said something like, if you want to come on and do a rap with me, I'm all about it. And I think nobody really thought anything of it, but they did it. So bravo and hats off to them. Once again, Nova did a fantastic video, simple yet perfect. The lighting is always spot on. I think people need to learn how to be less offended. Everybody is offended by everything these days. Learn to laugh. Learn to shrug stuff off. If I hear a joke about women do this and women do that and it's kind of legit, I can laugh about it. So thank you for joining me a few days late. But thank you for joining me nonetheless. I hope all of you out there are having a wonderful day. And as I always say, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.